Okay, we're back again in the middle of yard work and so forth. Hopefully, the mower in the background's not too loud. But um, making gators. Let me tell you, making gators real quick. It's pretty cool, I think. Um, the story was, as I think I told you before, my dad and my stepmom were both fighting, going through chemo and so forth, and I'm going to fast forward past that. I think I've talked to you a little bit about that story. But what happened was recently he's been diagnosed again with cancer. And I don't know the term, but there's PC count or TC or some kind of count that's supposed to be a fraction, kind of like a blood alcohol level of zero point 0.8 or zero point 0.1 or whatever the number is. And my dad's number was something like 15 or 20, so not even a decimal. It was so the point was they said it's not good, and he would need to undergo treatment. And furthermore, they said he should actually attend a specialist at Johns Hopkins. I happen to live near Johns Hopkins, and invited him to come stay with us and do all that. And he basically said he didn't want to talk about it. He talked to my brother, who out from Oregon, flew out to talk to him a little bit about it, and told him that he would rather enjoy the life that he had than live life in chemo and in treatment. He's done that, doesn't want to do it again, and just would rather not. Part of that is also what got me into Wish of a Lifetime. I think we've talked about that, but the other part of that was, and he refuses to tell me what his diagnosis is. And sometimes after a few too many drinks, it seems like it's short, and then other times he plays it off like it's no big deal. Um, but I do know that he's been doing everything he can on his bucket list, extravagant things. Going, he spent a bunch of time in Ireland with living with the mayor and marching in the parade and all kinds of stuff. But anyway, so I don't know exactly how that's playing out. But on his birthday, I believe it was just last year. I'm trying to figure out what it is that I could do, give him a birthday present. And as a Florida Gator, and Florida Gator, huge Florida Gator fan, our whole family are big into Gator football. I started thinking every year I give him a sweater or a cup or a pennant or something that's blue and orange Florida Gators, and he gets that every year. And so I started thinking, what could I do that would be different and impactful? And so in kind of doing a Q1 and Q2 of his life through my eyes, one of the things that stood out to me was he has a passion for a huge passion for helping children succeed, particularly the children that come from less fortunate homes, and particularly those that are aspiring for education. And after his corporate run and he got where he wanted to in life, he became a teacher, and spent many, many years, as you may know from the website if you clicked on that, helping, teaching at middle school and high school level and helping these kids. And I know that even growing up, there were many times where he unofficially adopted children that maybe had broken homes or so forth. And given his situation, my situation, and so forth, I think that might have been a remedy or of some of the things, maybe his own skeletons. But he had a passion for taking in kids that had less than fortunate homes that were trying hard in school but often struggling. And there were many times he would tutor them. He would go constantly to basketball games, baseball games, wrestling matches, everything for all these kids, and trying to be their sort of unofficial parent. And I know there's many children he's helped through college, in various ways. So the point of all that was I knew that education was important. I knew that helping children were important, and I knew that Florida was dear to his heart, and so the college, of course. So um, it just became kind of clear that, well, wouldn't it be cool if his memory, and I don't know how long he's here again, his memory, a gift to him, would be to set up a an endowment scholarship in his name, in our namesake, that would continue to help children from those same circumstances continue to go to school, specifically go to school for education at the University of Florida. So I contacted the school and did set up some legal accounting and so forth, and put this together and built the website for it, and contacted some of his friends and got donations, made a donation myself, and put enough money in there to fund the first year scholarship. And one of the things that we are actually doing as we speak, maybe this week, or next week actually, is I'm going down there with the intent of trying to take some of the ownership or the business shares of some of the businesses that he still holds, and actually retitling them or gifting them to the endowment, so that it's not just something that you put money in and it spends out, but so that there's enough principal or corpus that it will continue to play, that the dividends will continue to pay, like an endowment perpetually, and fund a child every year. In other words, I want his legacy and his efforts and his passions to continue after he's gone in his name, so he can continue to make an impact in the world. It's kind of cool. If I think about it, if fast forward 40 years and think that every year a new child is going to go through that. And let's say he's 20 now, so in 40 years, let's say he's 60, and then there's a 59-year-old, and then there's a 58, and a 57, and a 56, and a 55, and so forth. I thought it would be really cool as it starts to grow to almost have a alumni Cahill Scholarship alumni reunion dinner slash fundraiser at the maybe at the campus or off campus, where all of these people whose lives have been changed and impacted, and at that point maybe even their children or grandchildren are there, and it becomes this huge event in his name, with also the silent auctions and all the other things that can help raise future money to help continue this and grow this, and just to have a room as the speaker on my dad's behalf to look around and see the lives that have been impacted is pretty cool. And so my gift to him for his birthday was that, all wrapped in a pretty bow and given to him. And I know that he keeps it, I think, the tab open constantly on his computer so he can see it, and it's pretty cool if you get a chance to play around on it. So that's Making Gators.